At this time, I invite Senior Class Corresponding Secretary Lauren Parker to the podium.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good morning and welcome to all of you. My name is Allison Jordan and I'm the principal here at Granby Junior Senior High School. It is a pleasure to welcome all of you, parents, guardians, caregivers, members of extended family, friends, teachers, and most of all, our graduates, to the commencement exercises for the Granby Junior Senior High School class of 2023. I am joined here on stage by a host of dignitaries who represent both the school leadership team and local government. I am especially pleased to welcome members of the school committee, including our chair, Jennifer Bartos, and Jill Pelletier, and Rick Bollier, and from the Granby Select Board, Mrs. Crystal Dufresne. We're also joined today by the Director of Pupil Services, Megan Shepard, the Director of Finance and Operations, Todd Dorman, the Assistant Principal, Juan Rodriguez, our co-senior class advisors, Jessica Funk and Sarah Bearden, and our Superintendent of Schools, Stephen Sullivan. At this time, I ask that you join me in welcoming and acknowledging each of the proud teachers and staff of the Granby Public Schools who have joined us today to share in the celebration of your accomplishments. And I now ask that everyone present join me by observing a moment of silence to remember those who are not with us today, whether it be a classmate, a friend, a teacher, or family member. This moment of reflection and remembrance will allow us to include those who are not here with us as part of today's celebration. Today marks an important milestone in your lives, yet getting here was no easy task. You've managed to balance rigorous coursework, that includes honors and advanced placement courses, participation in dual enrollment courses at HCC, participation in the Fire Academy, Go Midi, working full-time, playing on sports teams, serving as a class officer, or fulfilling other leadership roles in and outside of the classroom. I guarantee that these learning experiences will give you the skills to become strategic readers, oral and written communicators, researchers, problem solvers, collaborators, and users of ever-changing technology that will take you to Northeastern, Salve Regina, HCC, Union 38, the EMT Fire Academy, and your own business, to name a few. You've not only succeeded in your coursework, you have also excelled as active citizens in your community. Through your service, you have demonstrated to our community that we can rely on you to uphold the values and ideals in our society. You've demonstrated that you can and you will serve our community, that you are active citizens who rise to meet the challenges, the needs, and responsibilities of our community. As Maddie's cap says, a grand adventure is about to begin. In 2000, I graduated from high school. To be honest, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. And I know that I liked working out, and that was all I knew at that time. I made a last-minute decision to go to college and continue playing soccer. Throughout my 4 years at Westfield State University, majoring in movement science, my class advisor at the time, he was a nice person, but he wasn't my cup of tea. After failing 2 classes my freshman year, he reminded me that I wouldn't be graduating and that I should reconsider changing majors. At that moment in my life, I knew I needed to prove him wrong. I found myself retaking classes that I had taken my freshman year in order to graduate on time. And after earning my bachelor's degree on time, I was left with a piece of paper that reassured me that I would have endless opportunities as a health fitness instructor. I made the decision to continue my education at Worcester State University in health education. However, prior to my first day of classes, I was hired as a health education teacher because someone believed in me. My journey into the world of education was not in the plan. I share this story with you to put your mind at ease. It's okay if you don't have your life figured out by the time your 18th birthday. What I do want you to remember are the connections you've made with individuals, whether they are family members, teachers, counselors, or administrators that have helped you along your journey. I believe that you cross paths with people along your journey for a reason. You may not know why, just trust in the process. And when life becomes challenging and you feel defeated, persevere and be determined to rise up. After all, this is your journey. Let's be real. We have spent a lot of time together, some more than others, but we won't discuss that. I think it is fair to say that being part of a small community is one of our greatest assets. We thrive on relationships with our students. Let's reminisce a bit. I can't capture it all, but I will name a few. I'm certainly going to miss the daily interactions with all of you, some that began even at 7:15 in the morning with a simple good morning. Weekend Eagle Scout ceremonies celebrating members of our class. The trending Stanley Cup, not Hockey Cup, which renamed many of our students in the morning to Good Morning Stan. The breakfast sandwich that I'm still waiting for, Mr. Weatherby. The lunch club in Gilly's office, free pizza and tater tots all year. The what should I do talks, and I have to make a decision. What would you do, Mrs. Jordan? The "Hey, Maddie, I have an idea. What do you think about more schooling on top of the schooling that you are already doing? Isn't this a great idea? This will set you above others." It did, and it worked. Bingo with Abby and her antics, trying to trick the entire school thinking there is an E in bingo. Our students don't miss a beat. And the fun with Mr. Dorman. He's really a team player, and he went with it the entire time. We did drop the ball on the t-shirts, but I am still wondering, why is the carpet wet, Todd? I won't ask him to put it on, but I have evidence that it happened once. I can't thank you enough, Todd, for being you and stepping up and taking the leadership role at that time. We needed you. Thanks, Maggie. I would like to conclude with some additional thoughts. As you venture into the world, I urge you not to hesitate, to not be afraid, to take those risks, to maintain persistence in your search for the perfect job, and remember, in the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, don't go where the path may lead you, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. And remember to smile while doing so. Congratulations to all of you for your achievements, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I would like to introduce Senior Class President Marcus Barron.
Good morning. In 2014, I watched my first sister, Kylie, graduate. Then 3 years later, in 2017, Brooklyn stood right where I stand now, presenting her president's speech. She opened her speech talking about how our mother got her a book at the beginning of the year to guide her in her speech's creation, and how it sat and collected dust all year long. She only cracked it open when she finally sat down to write it and realized she didn't know where to start. She read one page, closed it, and went back to writing, realizing her speech didn't have to be by the book. Instead of another book, probably in her best interest and to save a few dollars, I received a copy of Brooklyn presenting her speech on a CD. Again, it sat on my shelf, collected some dust for a few weeks, but I eventually opened the white envelope and took out the disc, only to realize that none of the CD players in our house work anymore. If there's a will, there's a way, and I eventually solved my issue, and I took some notes on some important things that have changed in the last 6 years. Some staff have since retired, like Mrs. O'Galley and Mr. Bernash. Haircuts have improved. I'm talking about you, Miss Jordan. Positions have changed multiple times. I'm talking about you, Mr. Dorman. The location of graduation has changed and now has returned to as it was back then, but yet so much is still the same. The bleachers and the banners are all still here. Staff have stayed, like Mrs. Antonucci, Miss Lewison, and Mr. Racine. And it was the sense of community that still holds as a theme for all these years. 58% of our class went to kindergarten together, and by the 6th grade, that number increased to 79%. Yes, I went through the yearbooks, counted, and did the math. The point of me saying that is the majority of us have spent our entire school careers together, and even for those who have joined us in the more recent years, I have always said that there is a spot for any individual somewhere in the Granby schools. We know each other's full first and last names and have spent our days seeing who could hang off the monkey bars the longest, participating in field days, Thanksgiving luncheons, putting on plays, attending basketball games, going on field trips to Old Sturbridge Village, Mystic Aquarium, Beckett, Six Flags, the Emily Dickinson Museum, and it's all been together. I ask my class that wherever you go when you walk out of these doors today, that you take your knowledge of how close a community can be and try to recreate it wherever you may find yourself. Carry yourself with whoever you meet as if you have known them since kindergarten, that you know their full name, birthday, where they live. Open the doors, build the bridges, make them respect you within seconds. I'll give you an example. On our class trip a few weeks ago to Martha's Vineyard, me and my group went to watch the sunset from a pier. We stood next to a group of locals and naturally started a conversation. We introduced ourselves, why we were there, and just some basic information. One of the girls turns to the others and says, "Wow, these are the elites." In minutes to talking to them, we had built a bond and gained their respect. We sat there with them for almost an hour, talking and watching the sunset over a fantastic day. This moment was a highlight for our group and left us with a lasting impression. Just us and a group of strangers, treating each other with kindness and admiration. People we will probably never see again, but will forever remember. Right now, turn to the person next to you, graduates. This could be your best friend, an ex, someone you haven't talked to in years. Yet, you know them and they know you. Thank them for knowing you. This may be the last encounter you ever have with them. After today, that test you didn't do as well as you'd hoped on, stressing over the stacks of math homework, feeling anxious that someone in your B block doesn't like your socks. It's all behind you now. Release these weights from your shoulders. Be adaptive. Take your situations and run with them. There will be speed bumps. I promise to limit the use of this word to a single time in this speech, but the pandemic taught us so much. We can overcome struggles, stray from what we know, and stay connected. Human nature thrived because of our adaptability and potential to overcome situations. However, the years of lost time are undeniable. We learned and changed greatly when we were away, yet when we came back, it was like nothing had ever happened. The whole high school experience could feel like that scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when the group is on the boat, spinning down the chocolate river, the lights are flashing, you're being chanted at by Oompa Loompas. You'll feel overwhelmed, lost, alone, but everyone is on the same ship as you, just trying to get by. You'll always find the light at the end of the tunnel and hold your morals above all else. There are some people I would like to thank. I'd like to start off with all of our teachers throughout the years for inspiring us and guiding the future. I know this job can be unforgiving and draining, but you make a great impact on all of us. All family, friends, and supporters who came out today. Mrs. Lacoste and Mrs. Justin for keeping everything in order. Ms. Jordan, Mr. Rodriguez, and Mr. Dorman for all their work throughout this entire year. The class of 2023 advisors for stepping up this year to fill the roles. Ms. Bearden for keeping us grounded while making sure all the students make it to graduation and reminding us to have a little fun in our lives. Ms. Funk for planning and booking all of our events and making our senior year so special, all while running multiple other clubs. The other class officers, Lauren Parker for her positivity and expert poster crafting skills. Eva Bartos, our recording secretary, for her brilliant ideas and connections to assist in our goals, and for being my best friend and sticking by my side for all these years. Abby Hubner, our treasurer, for taking on many challenges this year, ensuring dues and all collected money were in order, making the senior slideshow video for us, and always saying yes no matter the task. Maddie Gay, official title of right-hand gal, for taking on any problem, running our social media accounts, and her dedication to our class. I simply couldn't have done it without you. I'd also like to thank the entire Gay family for their generous donations, always making incredible fundraiser sales and donating their time to go pick up donuts on a whim or at the car washes, as well as the Bartos family for always assisting at our fundraising and events, whether it was at a bake sale, coming in the day before graduation to fix our mic system, or flying a drone overhead to capture senior sunrise from a bird's eye view. Lastly, my family. My mom for showing me how to lead with kindness, dedication, and passion, teaching me my moral character and always ensuring my homework was done and that I had everything I could ever need before herself and her own needs. My dad for teaching me how to work hard and for coaching me and many others in this class at a young age and letting me know it's okay to be myself and to be silly at times. My sisters, Kylie, for always supporting me, helping me, guiding me when I'm lost, keeping me on my feet. And Brooklyn, for leading me down a path of success, making me laugh and reminding me it's okay not to be doing everything, everywhere, all the time, at once. And finally, my grandparents for always ensuring I know they are proud of me, love me, and for coming to all my various events throughout the years. I love you all. Thank you for all you have done for me. Anyways, congratulations to the class of 2023. This is the end of a decade, but the start of an age. I will always remember you. Thank you. You got it, Josh. Where can I put this? I don't want this.
At this time, I'd like to call Abigail Hubner, the senior class treasurer, to the stage for the presentation of the class gift.
Okay, Marcus got the waterworks going, so. Okay. Hello, everybody. As a treasurer of the class of 2023, it is my honor to present to you all our class gift. It was not easy choosing what we wanted to leave behind for everyone. With that being said, we know how many memories this very gym holds, from pep rallies to senior nights, so we thought it would be best to leave our mark on this special spot. We will be replacing the mats on the walls of the gym. As a class, we hope all future GHS students make as many memories in this gym as we did. Thank you.
The salutatorian title is given to a senior who has earned the second highest GPA. Brady is the president of the Student Council, a member of the National Honor Society, and has participated in the Hope Club all 4 years of high school. He has also served on the Western Mass Student Advisory Council and held leadership roles on the cross-country team and swimming team. In the fall, Brady will be attending Northeastern University studying nursing. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2023, Brady Pete.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to start off my speech by saying thank you to all the hardworking and passionate teachers who've left a positive impact on students, and through that, an even bigger and broader impact on society and our community as a whole. In their classrooms, they foster environments that encourage students to take their potential and turn it into achievement. Teachers are the architects of success, inspiration, and creativity in our world. Their work has a more profound impact than we can ever realize. Their constant support, their engaging lesson plans, and the connections they form with us in the classroom have genuinely shaped us into the proud graduates we stand here as today. They truly deserve an even greater thank you than the singular one I can stand here and give them today, and they deserve a round of applause. Even the other school staff that people don't typically think about deserve recognition too. The secretaries that smile at us even after we trudge through the doors late after a long morning of missed alarms. The lunch ladies who buzz around like bumblebees across the two schools to give us warm meals day in and day out. To the janitors who clean up the disastrous wake of grumpy, messy high school students in the school cafeteria and bathrooms, they all, each and every one of them, deserve an enormous thank you too. I feel an immense appreciation for all that they contribute towards our school and towards our education, and they deserve their own round of applause too. I'd also like to say a second thank you to all the parents, families, loved ones, and support systems in our lives who supported all of us through this sometimes challenging stage in our lives. Your love, sacrifices, and endless encouragement have been the fuel that have propelled us forward, even in the face of adversity. Your unwavering faith in our abilities has given us the courage to dream big and chase our ambitions. And you guys deserve your own applause too, I guess. As salutatorian, I stand here today not only to celebrate our achievements, but also to remind each and every one of us that our potential knows no limits. We may come from a small community, but our dreams and aspirations are just as significant as those of any other size. We have been given the tools to succeed, and now it is up to us to use them to make a difference in this world. From my unique perspective as runner-up, I'd like to impart some advice. Imagine a race where the winner receives all the accolades and attention, while the runner-up stands quietly in the shadows. It may seem as though the one who came in second has lost, but upon closer inspection, we find something truly remarkable. The one who came in second may not have crossed the finish line first, but they still have demonstrated unwavering determination, remarkable skill, and an indomitable spirit. This race is simply one race in many. In our case at Granby Junior Senior High School, everyone's crossed this finish line. Everyone has demonstrated their can-do, hardworking attitude, and everyone has won in their own way, which is a wonderful accomplishment in and of itself. I speak on behalf of our whole class when I say, our class rank doesn't dictate our value or our worth. Our class rank is our class rank, nothing more. What truly matters is the lessons we've learned along the way, the experiences that have helped us grow as people, and the positive impacts we've left in our wake. Our lives are long, and I encourage everybody to always try their best, and no matter the end result, I encourage you to keep striving for greatness and make the dreams you have become your reality. And although our lives are long, our lives are also short in the grand scheme of time. So I want to leave everybody with a piece of advice I've come to realize on my own. The people in your lives, your parents, grandparents, siblings, cousins, teachers, coworkers, neighbors, cashiers, servers, mailmen, strangers you see every day, all of them, cherish them. Be the first domino of positivity in someone's day. It only takes a smile. It only takes a compliment. It only takes a small act of kindness. There's a finite amount of time you have here, and a finite amount of time you have with the people around you. Spend your time leaving a positive wake rather than a negative one. Leave smiles, laughter, and joy in your footsteps, and never let the virus of negativity around you drag you down. Rise above it. You may not be remembered in the history books, but for the time that you walk this earth, you'll be satisfied with knowing that you made your own experiences and the experiences of everyone around you that much more enjoyable in the most beautiful way possible. Simply that is enough. Finally, congratulations to all my fellow classmates and to the class of 2023. Graduating high school is a grand milestone, but it's just the first of many to come in our long lives filled with potential. Life beyond this monumental moment shouldn't be categorized as the end. Instead, I encourage everyone to view this moment as the beginning. This monumental moment of standing on the stage, receiving our diplomas, and recognizing our own achievements, accomplishments, and future aspirations is simply just the beginning for us. The stage we stand on today is the first stepping stone towards accomplishing the dreams we've always had. On this first stepping stone, hold your head high with pride. Spread your wings far and wide. Remember to be kind and set your aspirations towards the stars. As salutatorian of Granby Junior Senior High School's graduating class of 2023, thank you to those in my life who've made it possible for me to speak on the stage today. I'd like to say a final word of congratulations to everybody and thank you.
The valedictorian title is given to the senior who has earned the highest GPA. Catherine was selected as a recipient of the Superintendent's Award this school year. She is also a member of the National Honor Society and Hope Club. Last summer, Catherine completed an internship in the neuroscience lab at Mount Holyoke College. In addition, she has volunteered countless hours to the Granby community. In the fall, Catherine will be attending the University of New Hampshire studying biomedical engineering. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Catherine Valley.
Good morning. Graduates, parents, friends, family, faculty, and staff, I'm honored to be speaking to you all today. Before I get into the cliches of a graduation speech, I would like to describe a photo I came across the other day. It was a picture of us on our first days of kindergarten back at West Street School. We were getting off the bus as our teachers were handing us our name tags. We looked terrified. We were young and scared, but somewhere along the way, we grew up. Our crayons have become black pens. Our picture books are now textbooks. GAA sports are now varsity, and passing notes have become texting. We made some friends and broke some bridges, but that's all just part of growing up. Our high school years have been filled with unforgettable memories, both good and bad, but we should cherish them all. We've shared laughs, tears, triumphs, and disappointments, all of which have made us who we are today. We've learned some lifelong lessons, but above all, we've become stronger, wiser, and ready to face whatever the future holds. Success is different for everyone, so chase your version of success, and you'll find happiness. Don't let others choose that path for you. Be confident in who you are and the decisions that you make. Because I know each and every one of you, and I know that if you follow what makes you happy, you'll find success in life. And remember, life isn't measured by money or fame, but by the moments that make life worth living. I would like to say thank you to all the family and friends who are here today. To my sister, thank you for being my role model. To my mom, thank you for raising me to the person I am today. And to my dad, thank you for always being my biggest fan. I would also like to thank my classmates and teachers because you made my high school experience not totally miserable. I finally want to thank spell check because I would not be where I am today without it. I'm so lucky to have gotten the opportunity to know all of you. Each and every one of you is unique and amazing in your own way. And as we take our first steps out of these doors today, we'll have more lessons to learn, more people to meet, and more memories to make. And as much as these unknowns should scare us, we should also remember to be excited, because those are the moments that make life worth living. In that photo I found from kindergarten, we looked scared because we didn't know what the day would bring. We were young and embarking on a new journey. Today, we do the same. I can't tell you what the future will hold. It won't be all good and it won't be all bad. But if you follow what makes you happy, you will find success in life. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva Bartos, and there is no better fit for this year's commencement speaker than the man who our class has selected. He has been a constant positive presence in the Granby school community, starting with his own journey as a student. He has experienced all the same joys of Granby High School that we did, even graduating in this same gym in June of 1990. We have known him as a teacher, a coach, a student council leader, an assistant principal, and now the director of finance and operations. He has shown his students, athletes, and coworkers how much he cares for this community with his signature sarcastic flair. The triple L's, or lifelong lessons, he has shared with his students are exactly as they sound, life-changing. Saying that the class of 2023's journey through high school wouldn't have been the same without him is a complete and utter understatement. We thank him for always believing in the potential of our class and for consistently showing up. It is my honor and proud privilege to introduce Mr. Todd Dorman as the class of 2023's commencement speaker.
You didn't have to rush. So the introduction is a little bit more than I expected. So thank you, Eva. So one of the things about a graduation speech is we're going to have some reoccurring themes. So you'll hear some things that have been said before, but obviously they're worth saying again. So I'm going to start. Good morning, families, caregivers, colleagues, and most importantly, the Granby class of 2023. I'm truly humbled to have been chosen to be your commencement speaker. Being asked to speak today is one of the greatest honors of my career. While we are here celebrating this milestone, I'd like to pause a moment for us to think of the loved ones who would be proud of our graduates and all of their accomplishments, but who aren't here today. We as parents and teachers have promised to support you, encourage you, lift you up, and protect you. I think back to those moments with my girls. Although Mrs. Dorman might try to say I never got up in the middle of the night, I very clearly remember holding them late at night and promising to always protect them, just as your parents made that same promise to you. Today, your parents may be sitting here wondering where the time went. For them, just a few moments ago, you were a baby they held close to their hearts. And here we are today. You are no longer their helpless child who needs their protection, but you are the adults we see before us. With today's graduation, we will watch you accept your diplomas and take the next steps toward your future. What does that future hold? Some of you have chosen to attend 2- or 4-year colleges and universities to explore healthcare, engineering, and business, to name a few. Others have chosen to serve through armed forces and public safety. We have graduates continuing their education through apprenticeships, specialized programs. The diverse interests have them working with animals and some going directly into the workforce. The support of your families and caregivers has been critical in you making it to this day. No one reaches these milestones alone. You have your families to thank for supporting you along the way. We are here celebrating the class of 2023. What defines this class? Where did the journey begin for the class of 2023? It is clear that this is a special class, from Arabic to Zich. Many started at West Street School, some at East Meadow, and the rest joined us at the junior-senior high school. They are artists and athletes, dancers and musicians, scholars and racers, volunteers and activists, mathletes, and political scientists. From the boathouse to Big Y, Cindy's to the State House, from the hangar to Atkins, and even jobs where they bring their own chair. How do I tell the story of the class of 2023? When they asked me to be their graduation speaker, how could I say no? I thought my opportunity for a promposal had long passed, but they surprised me. My relationship with this class has been unique. I have seen them through many lenses. As Eva said, advisor, teacher, administrator, and coach. I have certainly had a chance to see many sides of the class of 2023. When it came time to write the speech, which was much too late for Miss Romano, I got the look from her, the one some of you know, and I just got again. I wanted my speech to focus on relationships and tradition. You know, Ramfam, Grambanians, the stuff that makes Granby special. My introduction to some members of the class of 2023 started, as with most classes, through soccer. Long before I even knew they were the class of 2023, a few attended Dare Camp that Mr. Cree and I ran. Others were middle schoolers coming out to preseason soccer for double sessions and the beep test. There were a few who also came to my room as 9th grade members of student council. And if I remember correctly, they sat in the back corner and only spoke when I asked them a question. My main introduction, though, to the class came under extraordinary circumstances. Imagine this. It is mid-September 2020. It is the beginning of remote learning, and Zoom US History 1 classes are open. I logged on my computer to meet my new students and try to work through one of the biggest academic and professional challenges any of us will ever have. And what do I see? Nothing. I am greeted by a sea of black squares and just their names. In that moment, I realize I am utterly unprepared for remote teaching. But I'm going to have to make it work and try to get to know my new students the best that I can. And what did I learn about them during remote learning? This is going to be a little tongue-in-cheek. I usually say to them that I'm being facetious. Well, from the class chat, I learned some students learn best while sitting on their deck, others while laying in bed. I learned that some students had enough time to leave their computers, go get their breakfast while we were waiting for Pear Deck questions to be answered. I also learned, why would I use my Chromebook? I have a phone. Weeks into the school year, I had to learn who Anthony was. I asked one group, who's Anthony? I don't have an Anthony on my roster. I think this person is trying to Zoom bomb us. Oh, it's Frank. Why didn't you just tell me who you were? I think I'll start again. There was an important lesson that I learned in this, that if you're going to make it through remote learning and life, you need help. And a lot of it. I think there's an entire class that wouldn't have survived without the Paul and Max Steele show. Or was it the Max Steele and Paul show? I don't remember who got top billing. That was the greatest class participation ever, and Paul has a certificate to prove it. In another class, who would have thought there was so much to say about a Kia Soul? And the assumption I drove one. This left me no choice but to take a virtual field trip to my garage to prove that I don't drive one, and especially not an alien green one. So, this is how I started to get to know the class of 2023, through soccer, student council, blank screens, and terrible jokes. It reinforced for me the most important lesson is not about history, but simply being there for your students. It wasn't easy, and I may have complained a little, but those moments let me know you were there for me too. After all of that, how does that get me here today? Nearly every graduation since I've been teaching, the class has chosen a faculty member to speak. One of the most important things about being a student here is the opportunity to make strong connections and relationships with the teachers and staff. This has been true for generations of Granby students. I think back to when I was a student here. Teachers like Miss Ellis, Mrs. Burgess, Ms. Browning, Mr. Woodcock, and Sarge come to mind. Those were the teachers who influenced and mentored me, and likely inspired my classmates. For today's graduates, there are faculty members that they connect with too. Whether it's changing displays or throwing a little more clay, Ms. Stapert has inspired so many. Ms. Smeagol has been with you since West Street School, where they played fishy fishy across my ocean, crab soccer with a huge yoga ball, scooter games, and all of those field days. For those of you who had Miss Johnson in first grade, you might remember monthly songs and putting on Mother's Day and Father's Day show. Then there was Miss Ramsey's fourth grade trip to the Mystic Aquarium and reading tales of a fourth grade nothing. No one can forget the music and dancing from Miss Pinkney's class. Miss Rideout wants to remind you that she is pleading the fifth. And then there's lunch with Officer Gilly. I like to stop by where the regulars are usually laughing at something foolish. Daniel. Or they're giving me the side eye. Abby. One part of today is reflecting on all of the people who supported you along this journey. As I think back, it is also how we remember you. Mr. Racine shared with me how much it meant to have you check in on how he was doing when we returned from remote learning. He, along with so many of us, were touched that many of you came to welcome us back to our first day of school this year. There are too many ways to count how your class has shown compassion and generosity. I'm proud that you have chosen me to share this day with you. It is clear, that you've had the opportunity to build strong, supportive relationships with your teachers through your journey. So, it is in that long tradition of building relationships and making special connections with students that is important. Clearly, what makes Granby special are the relationships. I am confident that each graduate can look in the audience and see at least one of the many people who helped you reach this milestone today. And having sat with the faculty for so many graduations, I am confident that the teachers and staff, along with your families, are beaming with pride. As I said earlier, graduation marks the completion of one journey and the beginning of a new one. Reflecting on transitions made me realize the transitions I've shared with you. Remote learning, cohorts, hybrid classes as sophomores. We all had a major transition for our junior year. We returned to school for full in-person learning, and I returned as the assistant principal. I thought I could help out for a year while there was a transition in leadership. That didn't seem to go as planned. And then, like your senior year, I had to make a major choice about what was next for me. We all must reflect on our goals and how we want to proceed in our careers. I saw an unexpected opportunity and became the district's business manager. Before this year, I thought my path was pretty clear for the next 22 years. This transition gave me a major pause. Well, there was more than one. When someone gets along in their teaching career the way that I have, meaning old, you sometimes think, what class will be your last class? It dawned on me shortly after taking my new job that you are likely the last class that I will teach. I reflected on that for a while. And without realizing it, our time together has had even more meaning for me. The class of 2023 will always hold a special place in my heart. I hope during your travels, when the road diverges, you will take time to consider all of your options. You may find yourself considering unexpected opportunities or the road less traveled, but that might just be reason enough to take it. Graduation speakers typically offer advice and words of wisdom to graduates. They say things like, do your best, work hard. Learning doesn't only happen in the classroom. Probably sounds like good advice, but not my style. So it's time for one last set of triple L's, lifelong lessons. 1, don't grab the hot pot more than once. Fairly self-explanatory. 2, show compassion and empathy. You never know what someone else is going through. 3, look up from your phone every once in a while. Otherwise, you might miss something important. 4, failing at something isn't the end, but an opportunity to learn. 5, there's still a chance for the 5-year plan. 6, be prepared and proud to tell people you are from Granby, Mass., not Connecticut. 7, safety third. If it was first, we can't have any fun. 8, wherever you go, build relationships. Take the Ram Fam spirit with you. 9, like in soccer, follow your shot. Persevere until you reach your goals. And number 10, remember that promise we made to you. We will always be there to support you and encourage you. As I said at the beginning, I am truly honored to share this day with you. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2023.
Good morning. I too will always feel a special connection with this group. 6 short years ago, in late August of 2017, the class of 2023 and I entered Granby Junior Senior High School for the first time. Me as your principal, you as 7th graders. Look at us now. Boy, does the time fly. I vividly recall sharing with all of you the incredible opportunity you had to create a lasting legacy here in Granby. I encouraged each one of you to discover ways to leave Granby Junior Senior High School in a better state than we found it. Well, my friends, as I stand before you today, surrounded by a group of individuals whose academic accomplishments are truly remarkable, but are surpassed only by your kind hearts, caring nature, and larger-than-life personalities, I am humbled. I'd be foolish to think all of you were listening to me on that morning, but the message seemed to get through one way or another. And now, as you prepare to embark on your new journeys, I have no doubt in my mind that you are leaving the Granby Public Schools brighter and more vibrant place than when you first stepped through our doors. Your impact on this community, both within the classroom and beyond, cannot be understated. You have demonstrated incredible resilience, compassion, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. You have demonstrated, just read that. Whether it was organizing fundraisers, providing childcare at town meetings, serving as the student representative on the school committee for 4 years, becoming an Eagle Scout, representing the Rams on the field, court, diamond, or ice, lending a hand to a struggling classmate, or infusing the hallways with your infectious laughter, your presence has undeniably enriched the lives of those around you. While your academic achievements are truly commendable, it is your character that truly shines. You have shown us the power of kindness, the beauty of empathy, and the significance of forging meaningful connections. You have taught us all that greatness lies not only in what we accomplish, but also in the genuine care and support we extend to others. As we part ways today, remember that the legacy you leave behind is not measured solely by test scores or accolades. It is defined by the lives you have touched, the smiles you have shared, and the memories that you will carry with you. Congratulations, class of 2023. As you step into the world with your heads held high, may you continue to leave an everlasting legacy wherever life may lead. School Committee Chair Bartos and members of the Granby School Committee, I present to you the class of 2023. By the power vested in me as Superintendent of Schools in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I certify that these 56 students have satisfactorily completed the scholastic requirements set forth by the Granby School Committee and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and are entitled to receive their diplomas.
Good morning. What an exciting day. I was looking for the perfect words to wish you all well and found a quote that says it perfectly. And I'm going to try to do it without crying. I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever known. On behalf of the Granby School Committee and the community as a whole, I accept as qualified for graduation the class of 2023. I congratulate all of you on the completion of your program of studies. It is my privilege and honor to release your diplomas. Congratulations.
Marcus Theodore Barron. Madison Rose Gay. Abigail Catherine Hubner. Eva Gagnon Bartos. Lauren Marie Parker. Catherine Valley. Brady Ronald Pete. Michael Rudolph Arabic. Samuel Philip Braze. Roman Bullock. Logan John Buzzard. Thomas Michael Carrier. Joshua Shatanoff. James Patrick Curran Jeffers. Seth Daniel Curran Jeffers. Hayden Michael Delaney. Kylie Irene Dwyer. Abigail Ruth Feldman. Adam Matthew Flaherty. Patrick James French. Griffin Edward Funk. Shane Robert Gay. Logan Daniel Gallagher. Alexander Timothy Galusha.
Matthew D. Gonkars. Daniel Joseph Govin. Rebecca Gabel. Haven Joy Gerard. Emma Elizabeth Hall. Nolan Charles Hall.
Jack Riley Hartling. Nice job. Olivia May Hoschild. Peter Thomas Castellinas. Robert David Labby. Ella Grace Liliberty. Cody Michael Laramie.
Max Richard Lemke. Nathaniel David Lohman. Paul Francis Lucchese IV. Frank Anthony Menaggio III. Braden James McDonald. Michael Nicholas Mittler. Grace Marie Parsons. Hao Za Pham. Victoria Susan Quinlan. It is with great pleasure that I say Joseph Riley.
Congratulations. Isabel Marie Rivera. Jacob Rodriguez. Jonathan Alexander Santiago. Nathan Allen Seymour. Robert Walsh. Samuel Weatherby. Carter Wesley White. Zachary Andrew Yon.
I'd like to invite Madison Gay, the senior class vice president, to the stage to give her special thanks.
Hello. We would like to take a minute to thank all of our parents and families for their endless support over the years, as well as our amazing teachers and faculty. We would also like to thank the custodial staff for helping us prepare this space for the graduation ceremony today. Also, thank you to 95 Photos, Kirsty Mashazik and Jess Weglars, for capturing all of our memories of our senior year through photos. Thank you to our school resource officer, Officer Gilly. Thank you for keeping our school safe every day, for always keeping your door open, allowing for a safe space for all students. Thank you to the Sapowski's Farm for providing the beautiful flowers here today, and also a special thanks to the Booster Club for always supporting our school community. Finally, we would like to give a very special thank you to Mrs. Bearden and Miss Funk. You two have devoted countless hours of your own time into making sure our senior year was the best it could possibly be. All of our memorable senior events would not have been possible without your guidance and support, and we can't thank you enough for that. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
In closing, I would like to congratulate the members of the class of 2023 and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. We are also very proud of you and your accomplishments while your time here at Granby Junior Senior High School. At this time, we will dismiss the class of 2023, and please allow the class of 2023 faculty and dignitaries to exit the gymnasium first, and then we ask that you all exit in an orderly fashion. Thank you all for coming today.